The ERi-TV news broadcast crew and I, Delayed Sahaya, are now ready for your daily news briefing at 10:30 local time. But first, let us catch up with the major headlines. Message of condolences. Encouraging activities of Bimbina Farming Cooperative Association. Fukushima disaster in focusing against 1,200 tons of fish wash up. China launched experimental spacecraft into orbit for the third time since 2020. On our local news, President Isaias Afwerki convened a message of condolences on the passing away of Amir of Kuwait, Sheikh Nawaf Al-Ahmad Al-Sabah. In his message, President Isaias expressed heartfelt condolences to the successor Sheikh Mishal Al-Ahmad Al-Jabir Al-Sabah, the new Amir of Kuwait, and through him to the people and government of the state of Kuwait as well as the bereaved family of the deceased. The Amir of Kuwait, Sheikh Nawaf Al-Ahmad Al-Sabah, passed away today at the age of 86. Bimbina Farming Cooperative Association, which was established in support of the families of martyrs and disadvantaged families, is registering an encouraging outcome thanks to the support it received from EDF units and the Gashbarka Regional Administration. An extensive briefing on the agricultural activities and progress registered was delivered at an experience sharing platform organized in December 13th in Shambuk Osabzon. At the experience, Ambassador Muhammad Ali Hurui, Governor of Gashbarka Region, Brigadier General Tsahaya Mokonnen, Chief of Staff of the Western Front, members of Sisters Farming Cooperative Association, and the region and experts took part. The attendees also conducted tours of inspection at the various farming sites in Bimbina. Speaking at the event, the Ambassador of Shambuk Osabzon, Mr. Kahsai Asrat, stated that the farming project is registering encouraging progress worthy of emulation and neighboring subzones and cooperative farming association. Mr. Franco Kubaba, Director General of Social Service in Gashbarka Region, stated on his part that the regional administration as well as EDF units have extended a large sum of financial, material and human labor support to the cooperative association established in Molki, Shambuko, Barantu and Alaigash subzone, and called on the association to follow in footsteps of Bimbina Farming Cooperative Association. Brigadier General Tsahaya Mokonnen, Chief of Staff of the Western Front and the head of Bimbina Farming Cooperative Association, on his part commending members of the EDF units for supporting the families of martyrs and disadvantaged families, and called on farmers encouraged by the support they received to work double-fold. Ambassador Muhammad Ali Hurui, noting on his project that initiatives and monitored with the support of the EDF units and the Gashbarka administration is registering encouraging results, and called on administrators of the subzones to carry out regular monitoring activities for better outcome. In a meeting conducted yesterday, December 15th, the National Union of Eritrean Women discussed the 2023 activity report of the regional branch. At the activity assessment meeting, in which heads of the branch and representatives of various government institutions, as well as members of the union, took part, reports activities conducted with a view of empowering and developing the overall capacity of women economically, socially, and politically were presented. Speaking at the event, Mr. Atisfa Mikael, President of the National Union of Eritrean Women, stated that encouraging and far-sighted activities have been conducted and called for their sustainability as an integrated effort on part of the stakeholders is been significantly witnessed. Mr. A further said that it has given situation where challenges and risks are common, the union is working to expand its activities. Participants on their part discussed the reports presented and adopted various recommendations. Eritrean athlete Samson Amara won a gold medal at the 5th ADNOC Abu Dhabi Marathon held today. Samson finished with a time of 2 hours, 7 minutes and 10 seconds, outpacing Kenya's Leonard Borstone and Turkey's Ilham Azbilan. Athlete Samson Amara made history as first male winner of the Outside Kenya in this event. Samson's victory in Abu Dhabi marked his first major marathon win. At the women's side, Kenyan Birgit Kosgei won a gold medal, breaking the last year's record set by Eunice Kumba of Bahrain by over a minute. In the same vein, Henok Muluburhan is named the 2023 Best African Cyclist. According to the report, Henok is winner of the 12th African Cyclist Trophy, ahead of his fellow citizens Binyam Girmay, winner of the last 3 years, and Morocco's Akraf Idogmi. Henok Muluburhan, 24, owes his distinction of his overall victory on the stage wins at the Tour de France. Dear viewers, we'll be back with the international news shortly. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Baffled authorities said a dead sardines and mackerel had washed ashore 2 locations near the fishing port in the northmost of Japan's main island in recent days. Officials of Aquadate have not yet determined the reason behind the calamity, which formed a silver blanket of dead fish stretching for more than a kilometer. They stress in a notice to residents that the cause of the incident is unknown, warning residents not to consume the fish. In Nakiri, a town of the Pacific coast hundreds of miles south of Hokkaido, officials were confronted with 30 to 40 tons of dead Japanese scale sardines, which had been observed in the areas for a couple of days earlier. According to some experts, the migratory fish in both locations had become stranded after being chased to a point of exhaustion by amberjack and other predatory fish. Earlier, this British newspaper Daily Mail speculated and reported that there might be a link between the mass mortality and the release of water waste from melted down Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. However, Japanese government officials strongly rejected the speculation. On our last news, China on Thursday successfully launched a reusable robotic spacecraft for a 3rd time since 2020 in a series of secretive orbital test flights that it says are aimed at developing reusable technologies to reduce space mission costs. The uncrewed spacecraft was launched atop of Long March 2F rockets, the same rocket series used by China to report its astronauts to space at Jiuquan Satellite Launch Center in northwestern China on Thursday. The spacecraft will operate in orbit of a period of time before returning to a designated land site in China. During its flight, reusable technologies will be verified and space experiments conducted, state media reported. The last launch of the spacecraft in August 2022. A return to Earth after 276 days in orbit, no details were given on what technologies were tested or how high it flew. Images of the spacecraft have never been showed in the public. The new launch date has yet been announced for X-37B, which was poised in the last pass of the 7th mission top a SpaceX Falcon heavy rocket capable of carrying a secretive Roberts space plane to the higher orbit than ever before. Dear viewers, we've come to the end of tonight's news. Let's have a quick recap of the headlines. Message of condolences. Encouraging activities of Bimbina Farming Cooperative Association. Fukushima disaster in focus against 1,200 tons of fish wash up in Japanese beach. China launched experimental spacecraft into orbit for a 3rd time since 2022. That is all of our local and international news. Dear viewers, thanks for watching and have a good night.